Hey ladies, welcome back to Lady with Vestina. Let's talk. I have a confession. Oh, and first of all, my face is a little swollen because I had dental work. Yay. But I do have a confession. I haven't always wanted to admit or share with others that I am a PW, aka pastor's wife. And the reason being is because, much like I'm sure PKs, preachers' kids, don't really want people to know that they're a preacher kid because it's like instantaneously this spotlight comes on and people scrutinize you a little bit differently than the average person. What they don't realize is that oftentimes this is by default becomes your title. And it takes a process to live up to that title. And oftentimes it is a life's journey to fulfill that role. Because it's here's the thing. I just recall right off the top of my noggin, one instance on my job where I don't even know how it even came up that I was a pastor's wife, and really, it is no joke. This person kind of looked like, oh, you're a pastor's wife? Oh, it's almost like this thing of, oh my goodness, now I must behave a certain way. And then they expect you to behave a certain way. Now, understanding that outside of being a pastor's wife, I am a Christian. And you guys know, as a Christian, people would judge you because, like, I thought you went to church. I thought you were a Christian, and I'll always say it. It's like just because you go to church doesn't mean you're a Christian, just like me sitting up in a garage doesn't make me a car. So sometimes it takes a process to get to that place where you are living like Christ. You have a heart for it, but sometimes it takes a while before it's a process for you to manifest that outwardly. But what I can say is that I'm concerned about how I represent, first of all, represent God and represent myself. So outside of being a pastor's wife, it's a day to day for me to just make sure I protect my witness that I'm trying to live as God would be pleased by it. And I misstep. I'm human, and that's the other thing. One a friend of mine's back in the day, a friend at that time, shared something so profound. We were just having one of our many conversations, and we were just talking about how cruel people can be. And she made this statement, and it just sat with me, is that we don't allow people to be human. And that's a frightening thing because everyone has a bad day. Everyone misstep. Even the word says we all fall short. And I'm not saying that that should be an excuse for you to just wild out and just act unseemly, because if that is part of your character, no matter what title, no matter what, it's going to come out, because when what's in you is going to come out. The only thing that I've actually asked God has changed my perspective on being a pastor's wife in that title. What it does for me is that sometimes it does help hold me accountable. It holds me accountable, so it gives me that extra filter, if you will, when I want to act out or say something that's probably maybe may come out may hurtful, or just behave in a way that may hinder other folks, that may cause other folks to stumble, because I know how reckless people can be. I know how it feels when people say things to you about you where it can hurt your feelings. That And I don't ever want to be that person, just me, not pastor wife Vestina, but just as simple as a person. I don't want to ever say anything to hurt someone. Because some people, as they say these days, people are very shady, and we know that. And it's not that. And that's the thing that I find, is that there are shady things said all the time. But what I do, it's not that I don't see it, I just don't respond to it. And I ask God to make sure that you created me in a clean heart and be an example. That's why I try my best to be as positive as I can. And when I'm having those moments where I'm not being positive, I'm in my feelings, or I'm just not I'm probably not going to show my best witness. I tend to stray away. I stay back. I steal away. I stay to myself because, like I said, the one thing I don't want to do is to intentionally or unintentionally hurt someone's feelings. So that's one of the reasons why I confess that I do struggle sometimes to let people know that I am a pastor's wife, just for the benefit of it. It takes the pressure off, if you will. And I'm not saying is that yes, there is a certain level of respect I think everyone should receive. And and, and that's why I struggle, because people, well, she's a pastor's wife or he's a pastor. It's like, you know what, as a human being, there should be a level of respect you give everyone. So that's why I struggle with that, because it shouldn't be a title that makes you behave. It shouldn't be a title that makes you treat people with respect. It shouldn't be a title that forces you to treat people with kindness and compassion. You should just want to do that because you are a human being. So that's all I have to say for today. Um, but those of you who are a PW, just know that I understand that some of you maybe that was something you desired to be all your life. But I think, and I'm not sure because I haven't done the research on it, but many of us, it was by default because we married a man of God and who was called into the ministry at a certain position. So just enjoy the process. Don't feel the pressure of it. Just go to God and ask God to help you be the best person to be a witness for Him. And then the pastor's wife, that automatically, and that's why I say I don't, it kind of weirds me out a little bit when people say like Lady Vestina, elect lady, and all of this or whatever. Because I was like, what does that really mean? It's like I'm trying to be a witness for Christ. And the fact that I have a title shouldn't necessarily dictate how I should move in this world as a child of God. So, anyway, ladies, before I get out of here, here's my inspiration thought for today. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what make life meaningful. Ladies, have a great day, and thank you for clicking on that video. And I'm going to ask you, please subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. But have a great day. Bye, ladies.